Malcolm Garvey, he was study Malcolm Garvey, he was. The life is like a movie, study Malcolm Garvey. Malcolm Garvey, he was study Malcolm Garvey, he was. The life is like a movie, study Malcolm Garvey, he was. Malcolm Garvey, he was. The life is like a movie. I die, I organize. Everything I do's revolutionize. I build what's good for the whole damn world. Study G's like these, really think you should. I study Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Once a Cody with the Uzi. Listening to Fela Kuti, I'm gonna go with the machete. Especially if it's deadly. Got the cycle for the hexy to protect me, so respect me. This is heavy, legendary, revolutionary. My wife, you see, resurrect me when they thought they had me buried. Took me up the cemetery. Now it's family over every, cause it's all that's necessary to avoid the commissary. I'ma live for you five, so I stop getting high. If you know that you recognize, it's that black and brown pride. It's the power of the mind. RBG, God divine. You can see through the lies if you could read between the lines. I live, I die, I organize. Everything I do revolutionize. I build what's good for the whole damn hood. Study G's like these, really get you should. Study Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Study Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Malcolm Garvey, Huey. Malcolm Garvey, Huey. But you Bobby rockin' Dookie. Sitting by the door so you can say you're acting spooky. Just like in the movie.
Yo, first off, I'm too old to be on that gang bang shit, so we gonna start this all like you. Regular for week.
Shout out DG Prodigy.
Let us know what I'm saying, a little bit, let us a few more people come on. You know what I mean?
Winning our parties, salute our OGs, have below, got it started. Out by foot, gotta get a billion dollars. Long live King Hill, got money to say young. And before the team, but I'm so old, yeah, and my favorite card good. You can win on the stick, and I'm feeling more tight like a little young. And salute to the justice as a real living legend. I've been coordinating through with $1 million plan, ball with a nigga play, yeah, I fuck with my son. Away the police, thank the Lord, no me close, even if I get it wrong, I ain't never pop a color, Lord, there's my law, babies, and I learn from my mistakes. Gotta keep the law, keys in the world, making me. Gotta practice what I preach, still waters one deep. Mine home, been in the lead, all is well with me.
Yo, peace and love, peace and love. I go by Lord Infinite, aka P Honey. Like what we got going on here, family. I know y'all like with church and all that, like stuff like that. We calling it church. Like, I know y'all tired of the pastor and all that with the ATM in the front door, you know what I'm saying? Cash up on the line and all that, but we ain't doing none of that right here. We just finna build, like, give y'all a few jewel tools and pieces and all of that. Like, something new that the Lord kind of put on my heart, put on my mind to facilitate and carry out. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, the Sabbath, we're gonna do like a little live broadcast here on Dead Paid Visionary Leaders on Facebook. I'm gonna start started off like this. I ain't gonna say quote. We're gonna start like pretty much like church, but if y'all know me, y'all know I'm kind of big on business, spirituality, stuff like that. So church gonna kind of range from that, but it ain't really church like that. It's just a name. Bad with you, but far as like on the quote, spiritual quote, I would like that. I came across this scripture, Proverbs 21:20. There's treasure to be desired in all in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. Like a fool and his money shall soon part way. Like that's the spiritual P right there. Proverbs 21:20. That being said. Definitely, on the not necessarily another note, but topic, the bill of the day on the business, on the business tip. Like for me, I ain't even just say for me, but it's in general, like on the business tip, it's like first thing, I ain't gonna say first thing, but a lot of people of color, black people especially, being in the community where we kind of had to do our, you know what I'm saying, do what we had to do to get where we need to be, like playing on risk with them dice or what have you, like striving to be the best for ourselves, our family, our community, and our nation. Like, so ain't no telling what you had to do, family. So, I mean, just being here, being born and waking up today, like, you got a house to live in, plate to eat off of, and all of that good stuff. Like, you blessed, family, you blessed. But, I mean, some people are more fortunate than others, but just, you know what I'm saying, not to go too deep into that, I ain't gonna say, I get a concept, but stay on topic. I had to learn this for me first. Like anything in business, like it's a lot of us that know how to make money. Like we can make money quick. We can make money to the best of our ability. Like whatever our skill or whatever we passionate about, we can turn that into money. You got some people playing instruments on YouTube making money off of the views and streams. You got people cooking making money. You got ride share industry. You got a lot of ways money being made, you know what I'm saying, to the point that a lot of people ain't really got to be on the streets and all of that like that. But that ain't like the concept of making money ain't really never been the problem for. Kind of like I seen like even just going back into my bill, like a lot of we know what I'm saying, we ain't really been taught with this money game. So it's like it get in a situation like a lot of people, a lot of times in our mind, we think, okay, just having the more money or having a lot of money would better the situation. I mean, true or no, know what I'm saying? It would better the situation. That, you know what I'm saying? Get little trinkets and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Look good in Babylon and all that, but ain't not the reality. But even when we look at what went on with the PBPs, a lot of the other financial things, a lot of people were getting money. But you turn around, a lot of these same people ain't got nothing right now. But so it's like money ain't really the problem. It's how do we keep and save and build on the money that we got. So the topic that we on getting into today is budget. I know you know what I'm saying, that word just thrown lightly and all that, like budget, when you just think about that, like it just it don't really, you know what I'm saying, like when you think about budget, you know, it's just one of those words you just hear, okay, budget. But when you break it down, like for some like a lot of, even for me, you know what I'm saying, like coming from where I'm coming from, we spend money fast as we get it. So it's like breaking that cycle, breaking that understanding, I had to create a budget for myself. You just take yourself for an example. Like you can just look at yourself like you are a business, family. Like when you break down, you are a business. Like and economic learn access, what I say, the economic equation is assets equal cash in the bank minus liability, or cash in the bank equal assets minus liability. So that's when you look at everything in the terms like that. Okay, this asset, this a liability. Asset meaning this is a benefit to me. This gonna bring me some more money, or they gonna bring me some type of reward. That's an asset. Liability, you need to cut that out, like that causing you to operate. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That you wasting money. So when we just look at our life, going back into you all business family, like just look at yourself, look at your lifestyle. You got it. Like we need food to eat. We need water to drink. We need shelter. Right now in that day and time, you need a phone. You can't do business without no phone. Can't really, you know, depending on what city you in, you can't really move without a car. And they just break that down right there. If you food, if you don't really cooking your food, you spend it and you eating out every day, like, so that's like, I'm just speaking on that individual, whether you got a kid that you can add that into your factor, but look at it like this, like, whether you eating every day, you know what I'm saying? You just break down the food. That $10 at 10, like, I'm kind of big myself. I spend like 25. If I'm just eating out, I can spend like $20 a day on food. That 20 times 7 days of the week. That's $140 on food just for that week. And you know what I'm saying? That we just talking about food. Like then we get into you know what I'm saying, you can look at food. Like you get into what I said, like a house or your shelves. You know what I'm saying? Just being realistic. If you a man real adult, I chill. Like you want to live by yourself. Like you taking care of the bulk of your bills. So you like you got rent, whether it ranging from $500 to $1,000 or $1,200 a month. That's rent. You know what I'm saying? Right now you already looking at like $1,200 with the food. Well, you looking? We just gonna go to Batman. We'll say $700 with the rent. We'll say $100 with the food for the if we say $100 a week, we can say $400 with the food a month. That's $700. That's all. You're already at 12. You're already at 7. You're already at $1,100 at a month, and that's just with food and shelter. Then you add in the car. If you know what I'm saying, bought your vehicle, you paying the rent, or you paying the insurance and all that. That car, like, depending on what you got, like, if you paid a lot, which a lot of around new and exclusive or whatnot. So you got a car note paying like $200 to $400 a month. So we'll just round that out of 3. So you already at $1,100. So you paying 3 on the car note plus the $100. That's $4. That's about $450. So that's $1,650 already. You know what I'm saying? That with the car, the house, and the food. Then you got to get into the clothes. That's all. We didn't even got. We just look at that. That's $1,600. Well, that's all. Well, I told that, but we said $700 for the rent. So well, with $1,100, 16. That's $1,600 for the month with food, shelter. And from a logical standpoint, a lot of us are already going into the next month already behind. Like whether we paying pieces, like I heard that phrase, like we robbing Peter to pay Paul. Really, a lot of our problem is like we get into a situation where, man, it's like this with money for me. Like if I don't need it, if it ain't gonna kill me to have it, if it ain't life threatening, I don't really need it. But as far as like on the same token, you definitely wanna like going back into the asset with live. If you spend the money on the asset, that really ain't no liability. Like if you investing your money, you know what I'm saying, on something that potentially can make you some more money, like whether, okay, I'm investing in the car to be able to haul material with it, you know what I'm saying, with the truck when I get it. Be able to invest in the money to get me a 4-wheeler or 16-wheeler. Like you investing your money to make more money, like that when you get into making your money work for you. I mean, I'll break it down too, because this ain't really too much for budgeting, but I'll give y'all this. It really 4 types of income. You got earned income, you got cooperative income, you got portfolio income, and you got that residual income. So earned income is like your job income, like you leveraging your time for the money that you can make. Just being on keeping all the way 100. You ain't gonna get rich off no earned income. You ain't gonna get rich off no job because you working in somebody else's job. But that don't mean that a job is a bad thing. Job is definitely good. Like you can use a job to get to your next level. Use that job to invest. That job can be investment money. Like you definitely want to have a stable source of income. I also read somewhere that in order to be successful, you gotta have at least like 7. You gotta have at least like 7 streams of income. Just to be successful, just to be thought of as successful, you gotta have at least 7 streams of income. And then, like I said, a job, man, job one of them. But you got multiple avenues that you can develop and research into. But I ain't gonna say I'm not. But as far as like just to stay on subject with budgeting though, like going back into the concept, like you already 1,600. When we look at business and going through the month. You gotta create a plan, a trajectory that you able to still have some money in your pocket and still take care of your main essential bill that you need to take care of. So just looking at that 1,600 from all the main, from the food, the water, the shelter, and your vehicle, you know what I'm saying? That's 16, like that. Bring about 1,600. Like that's it depending on if you got a car note. Like some people might have already saved their money up, you know what I'm saying, on some investment and bought their car out, right out. But if different, but I'm speaking to like the concept and the majority of us, like dealing with the budgeting thing. So but that's the whole goal in a nutshell. Like the whole goal is to not, you know what I'm saying? We a lot of times we get comfortable and complete. We get comfortable with the bare minimum. Yeah, yo. Yeah, welcome back. I had a little technical difficulty with the with my web account thing, but most definitely just to get ready to wrap and close everything up. Like what I was saying with the budgeting thing, you definitely want to be conscious of how you spending your money, and you want to be able to the money that, as far as like your liability, the money that you making, you want to be able to cover that. Like you want to cover your overhead when you're dealing with business, and just to get ready to close up on the video. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time I look at it like this, like when we dealing with relationship or dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? Business and relationships. Like when you dealing with people, you doing business or you got some type of business with it. And for me, and these help me, and it might be a helpful tool for people too, you know what I'm saying? One. Like I look at everything, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things in terms of business. Like if you see a person business bad, like even some simple, I ain't gonna even say simple, like not being like a grown man not taking care of kids or person, you know what I'm saying, living out that person. You see that person not being able to not want to pay the other person back. You see that person in that like you see these type of behavior. So innately, naturally, why you would you want to do business with that person? And you can look at that, you can look at that. You can base that in relationship, base that in people, situationships, or what have you. Like if your man, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, if your man ain't responsible, like shit, what you think how you think he gonna be protected, provider, and head of the household? And the same thing, well, you know what I'm saying, the king is like, if your woman loose out here, like on the business, you know what I'm saying, like everybody know your business, like that ain't good for business, you know what I'm saying, that's bad for business. So like everything in terms on a relationship to like it building, you know what I'm saying? It's all about building that empire, getting to the next level. Like how can we turn everything we got, how can we turn our liabilities into assets? Sometimes you just need to leave liability where they at. But then closing on that note right there, family, like I said, we're gonna do this every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturday. Like pretty much a little bill, a presentation, tap in, you know what I'm saying? If y'all wanna chime in, yeah, you know what I'm saying, wanna speak you wanna promote your business, you wanna promote your music or whatever, definitely tap in. Like we can you know what I'm saying, do a little like I bring you in on the video, you can get your little shout outs on. I mean their platform, like on the back end, we be able to see the insight for like visionary leader, the whole program, in far as like the evolution from where it started. First, it was just like a word, a thought, a concept, like a play on their name, VL, a play on the letter. But then it evolved into a program, like the mission of visionary leader to eliminate economic and financial illiteracy within our community. And definitely for me, I'm big and passionate on that. A lot of them know how to make money, but a lot of them don't know how to keep and retain the money to make it work for us. That's the goal, like to make our money work for us. It's time for us, you know what I'm saying? Time for us to sit down at our feet up, let that money work for us. Like we're living in a digital time, like the money finna change. And as far as like with the program of visionary leaders, ABL in here, like we got a lot of economic things in the play, and I don't know if y'all do still follow the pay. We still got those wholesale opportunities on the necklaces and pieces and whatnot, like stuff like, you know what I'm saying, still for like for the body, like we still got wholesale opportunity for merchandise and stuff like that, so we can help you make some money on your end. Like that's the whole goal. Like remember, everybody got a side hustle. But then I ain't gonna say closing, but I don't think I did it. But then like how we normally open this thing, I would close out with the Lord prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our trespasses, that we forget those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And just we calling it church. Stay blessed, stay prayed.